Welcome to The Courage to Become, the podcast that dares you to leave the shit show of perfection behind and embrace the messy, beautiful journey of becoming who you truly are. In a world obsessed with flawless facades and unattainable standards, I am here to remind you that perfection is not the goal. Authenticity is. We believe in giving you the permission and the space to show up exactly as you are, perfectly imperfect, because that's where your true power lies. Each week, we dive into the world of energy, unraveling the whys behind your patterns, decisions, and energy. You'll discover how your unique human design can help you to break free from the constraints of perfectionism and embrace the freedom of living as your true self. We'll explore how understanding your unique type, strategy, and authority can empower you to shed the expectations that no longer serve you and help you to find confidence in your path. Why keep chasing perfection when you are never meant to fit a mold? Human design shows us that the quirks, the challenges, and even the so-called flaws are exactly what make you powerful. We'll break down the basics of human design in relatable, no-nonsense ways, helping you to navigate life with more clarity and self-acceptance. Join us for real talk, inspiring stories, and practical tips that help you to leave the chaos of perfectionism behind and courageously step into the real you. Whether you're exhausted from trying to be everything to everyone, or you're just ready to live life on your terms, the Courage to Become podcast is your invitation to show up, let go, and become who you were always meant to be. Subscribe now. It's time to ditch the perfection, embrace the process, and step into your courage. Welcome back to the Courage to Become. I'm Jo, your host, and today we're diving into the foundational elements of human design, the 5 energy types. Each of us belongs to one of these types, and they shape how we interact with the world, make decisions, and use our energy. But here's the thing. Every type has traits that can feel like flaws. And last week or last episode, we talked a lot about the flaws, so-called flaws that we have. And so this week, we're going to talk about how some of those flaws are built into our energetic design. And this is called the conundrum, by the way. And we do have a lot of these in our charts where we can feel like these are a flaw, but they're actually a superpower, and they can be conflicting with other elements within our chart. And so maybe you feel like something just doesn't quite fit the mold. But what if I told you that those flaws were actually your superpowers? In today's episode, we're going to talk about human design as the thing that leads you to your superpowers. And we're going to explore how to reframe these traits and embrace them as gifts so that you can see how they uniquely make you. So let's start with the generators. And if you don't have your chart in front of you, I recommend you go get your chart. Those of you that don't have it yet, www.geneticmatrix.com, you can run your chart there. It's free. It'll give you a map of your unique energy. You do need your birth date, time, and location, and all of that is very important. Time does need to be specific to the minute, AM or PM. So go ahead on over to geneticmatrix.com and grab your chart and then come on back. But we're going to start with generators. And if you're a generator, you're here to do the work that lights you up. Your energy is magnetic. And when you are aligned, you radiate and inspire others through that radiation. You're radiating joy, and that joy inspires others. It's like a magnet, and it calls them into you. But a common flaw that generators feel, and it's actually their emotional theme, the emotional theme of a manifesting generator, is frustration. And you're going to feel frustration if you've said yes to the wrong things, or if you feel stuck in situations that are draining you. And so you want to, as a generator, reframe that and You want to reframe it as your superpower that's signaling you that you need a course correct. It's your body's way of saying, "Ooh, something isn't aligned." And it's your body's way of asking you to pivot towards something that brings you joy. Typically, with a generator, when you follow your gut and you say yes to the things that excite you, you're gonna unlock that endless energy and you're gonna become a force of nature. But when you're stuck in something that doesn't light you up, that you don't belong in, you're gonna feel frustration. The next energy type I want to talk about is the manifestors. The manifestors are natural initiators and trailblazers, and they're designed to spark new ideas and create change. The manifestor is that person that you know that comes in and just goes to work and starts getting everything done. They start zipping around and doing everything that needs to be done. But manifestors often struggle with feeling misunderstood, and sometimes they can feel like they're too much to other people. And that can lead these people to believe that their independence is a flaw. But guess what? That independence is the manifestor's superpower. The boldness and ability to act without needing approval are what make you a leader as a manifestor. Yeah, your energy is a little bit different, but that's exactly why you're here. You're here to pave the way for others. You have to embrace your freedom. And by embracing your need for freedom and clearly communicating your intentions, you can thrive and inspire others to step into their own power. And the manifestor is supposed to generate, it's supposed to initiate the process. They're supposed to step in and do things. But when you do that, just let other people know what you're doing. And that's going to open it up so that you're not going to get interrupted. That natural flow is not going to interrupt you and stop you in your tracks. The next energy type is the projector. And the projector is here to guide the world. They're very gifted with incredible insight and the ability to see things that other people might miss. But a common flaw for a projector is their need for rest. So, in a culture that values consistent productivity, taking time to recharge can feel like a weakness. But the truth is, your rest is your superpower. It allows you to stay sharp and focused, ready to share your wisdom when the right invitations come. You're not meant to hustle like the generators. You're here to offer guidance and show others how to work smarter, not harder. And so by honoring your energy, you can become the powerful, intuitive leader that you're designed to be. So reflectors are next. And this is the rarest energy. So as the rarest energies, reflectors are incredibly sensitive to their environment and they reflect the energy around them. So any business wants to have a reflector in their business because the reflector is going to reflect back to them the state of the business. If that reflector gets sick, you need to look at the state of the business. The sensitivity that a reflector feels often feels like a flaw because they may struggle with their own identity or feel overwhelmed by external influences. But that sensitivity is actually their superpower because they are like a mirror showing the world what the truth is. Their ability to see what's happening around them makes them a natural evaluator and a good source of wisdom for any community. So, by surrounding themselves with supportive environments and honoring their need to process, which is the full lunar cycle, they can fully embody their gift of clarity and purpose. And finally, we have the manifesting generators, and these are the multitasking dynamos of human design. Manifesting generators often feel like their desire to do many things at once is a flaw because society tends to value specialization over versatility. And oftentimes, as a manifesting generator, we probably hear, would you just pick one thing and stick with it? But here's the reframe. Your ability to juggle multiple passions is your superpower. You're here to show that life isn't linear and that it's okay to pivot, to experiment, and to follow what excites you. Your energy is efficient and infectious. And when you trust in your gut and honor in your natural flow, you actually inspire others to embrace their own unique paths. So, no matter what energy type you are, what you see as a flaw is likely the very thing that makes you extraordinary. So, when you understand and embrace your human design, you can start to see that these traits you can start to see these traits for what they are. They're your superpowers. They're your specialties. They're perfectly designed to support you on this life journey. So start observing how these patterns might show up in your life. Where do you feel stuck or like you don't measure up to everyone around you? How can you reframe those feelings as indicators of your unique gifts? And by embracing your type and honoring your design, you're going to unlock a greater self-acceptance and flow. So thank you for spending this time with me again today. If this episode resonated, I would love to hear about how it resonated with you. Share your reflections, tag me on social media. I'd love to celebrate your journey with you. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with someone who might need a reminder that their flaws are actually their superpowers. So until next time, remember that you are perfectly designed for your unique path. Keep embracing your superpowers and shining your light. I'll see you in the next one.